to the show. On this week's show, Dave discusses Hitler's paintings.
It's also really funny as well because he's got like he signed it A. Hitler, so it just sounds like A. Hitler did it.
Joe sings.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I come back as a given.
And Matt likes to talk with his mouth full.
Does anyone know the only country's capital you can say with a in your mouth? It's Kuala Lumpur. That's the only word you can say while you've got a in your mouth. Seriously, let's try.
How did you...
Hello and welcome to Universally Challenged. The paper's reviewed like never before. And today, Friday the 21st of November, 2014.
15.
Today, Universally Challenged is a little different because one panellist will get points.
Hey!
And they'll win a prize. But we still have our usual dose of synchronised stupidity and newspapers reviewed by idiots.
Oh.
That's what?
Right on cue, Chris's phone goes off with a stupid song.
I really like that idea. Like,
That's brilliant.
it's like Space Jam meets Have I Got News for You. It's just like all of the little gang.
Phone protocol 101.
You might want to do that again,
But
mate.
first, I would ask all the panellists to turn their phones off.
Yeah. Or
Right.
move on to a hat, whichever you think's best.
Before we start, I must warn our listeners that this programme may contain flash photography and no feelings were harmed in the making of this programme. So sit back and prepare yourself for 50 Shades of Stupid. So what's been happening in the news since our last show in October? First, some world news was, and with the midterm elections in America, giving the Republicans overall majority in both houses, the Democrat President Barack Obama will now find it difficult to pass anything, even wind. Farage is still making the news, even on Remembrance Day. Protocol denied him the opportunity to lay a wreath to the cenotaph. The same protocol also denied the leaders of the main political parties the opportunity to lay him. Now some financial news. The cooperative bank are spending money they haven't got to remind their few remaining customers that they will refuse to lend to customers who don't meet their ethical standards. But perhaps lending to customers who could pay it back should have been priority. The silence is deafening. And just
We
before,
made it, yeah.
and just before bonfire night, I'm trying my best. Just before bonfire night, on November the 5th, there was a huge fire at the fireworks factory in Stafford. My first thought was insurance fraud all over it. But it was reported that it would have been put out sooner. But health and safety said, once the blue touch paper has been lit, stand well back and never approach a firework once it's been lit. Finally, some sports news. To ease the disappointment of losing 8-0 to Southampton, Sunderland players agreed to personally refund the fans. With this in mind, I reckon anyone who's played for England since 1966 owes me 50 quid.
At least.
And staying with football, we discovered that unlike Ebola, Liverpool are not a major threat in Europe. Thank Christ.
Now that's a good gag. That's a good gag.
And there's talk of England boycotting the next World Cup. But are the FA just trying to save time and avoid disappointment? Right, well, that was some of the news in very brief. So welcome to Universally Challenged, Synchronised Stupidity. If the bird of peace is the dove, and the bird of love is the swallow, the bird of crime is the robin, and the bird of dirty habits is the crow. So welcome to a flock of stupidity. So who's on the panel today?
Right, the backstory to that is Chris sent me some dog poo joke that insulted me, and I said, that joke is not funny in any way. And what you've done is you've changed it to a flock of stupid. Then we're all being insulted there, so that's nice.
Okay.
So, who's the panel this month? This month we've gone for quality rather than quantity. So, without further ado, as you probably already know, we have Joe Darcy.
Hey!
Joe recently applied for a job in Pizza Hut, where she assured them she could cover all the right bases, but drew the line at dough balls. Dave Chawner. It would have been an advantage if Dave.
Cheesy, eh?
Oh,
Hey?
Christ! Oh. It would have been an advantage if Dave's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Chawner, had named their son after something funny to help him on his career as a comic. But instead, he had to make do with Dave.
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
That is.
What were
Matt
the funny
Wills.
options?
This is like, who do you think you are now?
Matt Wills.
I'm not understanding any
Matt
of these
Wills is
gags.
the man who still believes the lollipop lady lives with the man in the ice cream van.
I'm really not plugged in this morning. This is
I
a
think
crazy
this will
Friday.
I think the opening will be Welcome to Universal Channel. You wouldn't believe how that works on that.
I really, really wouldn't.
Please, can we please?
Work less.
Can we please keep that as the title? Welcome to University Challenge. You don't know how hard I work on that.
Twitter that out.
That makes it the panel. Let me remind you, today is Friday, 21 November. And as usual, our show is live, unrehearsed and improvised, where our comedians have to think fast, live dangerously and shoot with the lip. But before we start, I'd like to introduce you to the Game Changer, where one panellist can win points and win the prize.
What?
I will read out a news headline, a brief story, and at the end of the show, the panellists will have to come up with a joke, line, or whatever, and the one I think's the funniest wins the prize. This month, the headline is Man's Genitals Stolen During Trip to Thailand, as published in the much trusted and well-respected news publisher, the World News Daily. Right, on with the show. I'm shutting up now.
Right, hello. Right, I'm sorry, I didn't understand any of the intro gags. And I think
Neither did I.
Well, I've stayed up all night because I live in Rochester and Strood. We've just had a by-election that I know we're going to talk about.
Not the dirty bars.
Yeah, the dirty by-election. Yeah. But before we kick off, right,
Have you got the flags out?
on the train on the way up here, so I'm looking at the Times with Dave today, and I went for a wee on the train, and there's a thing here, and it says Arts on Friday. And when I came back, one of the fellow passengers put an F there, so it says Farts on Friday.
That's amazing.
Was that even you, Dave? That wasn't you.
No, that wasn't
Oh, we
me.
got separate trains. Yeah.
That is great.
It's so childish. I loved it.
That is brilliant.
That was funnier than my
Although it has
intro.
better alliterative quality at this stage.
It
so well
does,
done.
yeah.
Well done.
You've got to.
If you're listening, well done.
Or maybe it was the editor, and they've gone through every
Yeah,
single
it's like-
paper of the Times.
912, get the 912. We've got it. There's a man on there with the Times. He's all wrong.
It's like 5 in the morning. Like, hurry up! It's oh God!
It's already gone to print.
It's a disgruntled employee.
Yeah.
I'll show Murdoch. Yeah, I'll
Bleeding
bring
from
him
the
down.
cute-
They said it couldn't be done, but every edition now has the right time.
That's
So,
brilliant.
Farts on Friday.
Farts on Friday,
That's our
that's nice.
subtitle of the show.
I like that.
Okay. So I think the only story that's happening for me, I live in Rochester and Strood, and we had an MP, he was a Conservative, his name was Mark Reckless. That's reckless by name and a complete prick by nature. And he resigned from the Conservative Party and he jumped ship to UKIP. So we've had a by-election, right?
But these names are incredible. So, I mean, Dave, yeah, your parents failed, but this guy's parents really knew what they were doing. They were like, yeah.
Why
this
did you point
reckless
to
is
me when you
appropriate.
said that?
Oh, Chris, man. Because you made the, and I'm using inverted commas here with my fingers, joke about Dave being given the wrong name. It should have been something funny because he was going to be a comic. And I'm saying, well, you have to explain something. It's genuinely not that good, is it?
But yeah. So anyway, Mark Reckless.
Mark
Yeah.
Reckless. So I stayed up all night, I watched the election and he won. Right, so UKIP are now in power in the area that I live, which basically means I've never had to use the term before, but I can now use the term. I'm not a racist, but I live in
Yeah.
Rochester and
Rochester.
Strood. Yeah.
And that's the only time when you're actually that sentence can mean that you're not racist.
Yeah.
So I've become racist
Thank you,
overnight.
Kit, for allowing that opportunity.
No. But is that how it happens though? It's not like the whole area is painted with some racist banner.
We are
like,
now. Yeah, because
What
we're
was-
UKIP.
What
Yeah,
was
but
the
like,
thing with
it's
the
not-
flags in the white van?
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what
I
happened
didn't
there.
get that.
Oh, okay. So what the politician done? Okay, her name was Emily Thornberry, and what she did is she took a picture of a house in Strood, and it has 2 England flags hanging outside it, and an
3.
England flag with a West Ham signature on it. Right. West Ham being my team as well. So all my mates have been texting me yesterday going, is that your house? And I'm like, no, I can afford proper curtains that aren't flags, right?
My curtains are inside.
But the thing is, she basically, they said she resigned. She didn't. She effectively
Yeah.
got,
She got the
the
boots.
sack.
Yeah,
right?
well, that's what they do, isn't it?
But all she said was, picture from Strood.
Picture
Picture
Rochester.
from Rochester. Which is true.
Mm.
So now we're sacking politicians for telling the truth.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
great.
You should
And
never
also-
have said the truth there.
And the other side of that, right, and the Times on page 4 here, right?
Some fun
William Hague, and this is where it gets a little bit mental. Where is it? Oh, here you go. Yeah, William Hague, Conservative leader of the House of Columns. Conservative leader of the House of Commons, William Hague, said the result had been closer than anticipated and his party's vote had improved and strengthened during the campaign. They lost 9,000 votes during that campaign. How did it improve and strengthen?
Wow.
Yeah, he keeps his job.
Yeah.
And he's a lying
What is the population of Rochester and Strood?
We're about 80,000.
Are you including the blacks?
And the polls.
Listen, but only 40,000 people voted, and only 18,000 of them voted for Mark Reckless.
You should take over from Jon Snow.
just to
Like,
Pretty
this is-
much. What are your socks like?
Just to,
No, John's still got a job.
Racist, apparently. Everything about me now is racist.
Yeah.
I didn't
You're
want
wearing
it
the
to
colours
be.
of the St George's flag. Look at you.
The scary thing is, though, my black Chinese girlfriend, she can't live with me anymore.
UKIP have already started making the rules, and have they?
I'll give you it right. Here are my 5 reasons why UKIP shouldn't get in power. It's because they're going to repatriate people, aren't they? So basically, the foreigners have to go home, and anyone living abroad has to come back to the UK. So here's my 5 reasons. My dad lives in Spain. I don't want him back in the UK. Number 2, my dad lives in Spain. I don't want him back in the UK. Number 3, my dad, he lives in Spain. I don't want him back in the UK. So here's my understanding of UKIP, right? I think it's very similar to the opening scene of Lethal Weapon.
Wait, original. Yeah.
The original. Have they
Sorry.
remade Lethal Weapon?
Well, no. I mean, like, not 1, not 2, 3, or 4.
Oh no, yeah, the original Lethal Weapon 1, if we can
Sorry,
call it
yeah.
that.
Before it turned into an armoury.
So basically, UKIP getting into power, right? It reminds me of Lethal Weapon, right? And it's where the anti-Semite, misogynistic Mel Gibson, who's one of the film's heroes, the
Yeah.
other being Danny Glover, he's with a poor troubled man who wants to commit suicide by jumping off the building, doesn't he? Right? And the anti-Semite, misogynistic Gibson, he manages to get handcuff on the suicidal man, and they're handcuffed together. And then he said, "Let's go inside." And the suicidal man's like, "No." And he says, "You want to jump? You really want to jump?" And then they jump, and then the publicly funded fire brigade are there with a big bouncy castle on
Yeah, I
the
know,
beach.
it's blue, it's
So
amazing.
they're saved, right? And it's brilliant. And that, to me, that's the analogy for UKIP getting into Britain. Because we're going to go, really? Is that what you want, UKIP? You want power? OK, we're going to give it to you. That's what's going to happen. We're going to be exactly like that. We're going to jump off the building with them as a country.
But be safe. I don't want that to be the analogy. People are voting UKIP. I don't want them to like have a nice, fun time.
No, they still locked up the suicidal guy.
I was going to say
We are.
would-
Britain is the suicidal guy. Farage is Mel Gibson.
Oh, God.
But that's dangerous logic, though, Matt. Because
That's
I
a
would
big
vote
pair of
for a
handcuffs,
party.
isn't it?
That-
I would vote for a party that promised bouncy castles.
Yes. What you've done there is you've sold it to me.
Yeah,
So, I have watched that film for so many years, and the idea of going onto that is tempting. So thank you, Matt.
Oh, blimey. I've become a UKIP spokesman by
Yeah, I know.
Legal Farage, I am on my way. It's
Yeah.
happening.
But obviously, because it's Lethal Weapon, and in UKIP's Lethal Weapon, there will be no Danny Glover, obviously, because he's a foreigner.
He's a foreigner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who would you get then? Well, you don't really. You don't
We'll
want...
get one. We'll get.
Instead of Danny Glover, it'd be Danny Radcliffe, and it'd be really bad.
You really want to jump?
No, it'll be. No, it
Are you
won't.
going to jump?
Jump.
It just sounds like horse racing. Jump, Pippin, jump.
No, because UKIP are working class. It'll be Danny Dyer, won't it? You're gonna jump.
Yeah.
You're gonna jump, you slag, or I'm gonna cut you.
There's a pot of beer down there. You can fucking have it.
Brilliant. So that's...
Yeah, UKIP, lethal weapon. And they are a lethal weapon, man. With the country is... This is how Hitler got into power.
I know, it's terrifying.
But
Hitler's in the news.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Hitler's in the news. He is...
Again?
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff.
Is he like Michael Jackson, just
He's
keeps
not
on
doing
releasing
another
albums after he's
He's
dead?
not doing another tour, is he?
No, but it's, some of his paintings have gone on sale. So, like, it just seems like art is really bad. Like, you had Rolf Harris, who was doing really well with his paintings, and now you've got Hitler that's selling his paintings. But they are selling for £40,000 each. And they're not that bad. I've never seen... Is that bad that I like Hitler's paintings? Like...
Very subjective art, or as we call it on this show,
It's
farts.
like enjoying...
Yeah. Maybe that's why it's fart on Sunday,
Yeah.
I can't find where it is, but it is in
People
here.
enjoy Wagner. And he
Yeah,
was a
it's
Nazi,
true.
so it's... maybe it's okay. Doesn't feel okay.
And just so we get
Yeah.
there we go.
Poor
There
art,
we go.
isn't it?
So Hitler, the painting is one of 2,000 by Adolf Hitler. It's thought to be from about 1914. So that's before he started killing Jews and that. But that's quite a lot of paintings. 2,000.
That
Yeah.
shows that he wasn't very busy on the front lines.
Yeah.
Well, he got ill, didn't he? He got gassed.
It's also really funny as well because he's got like he signed it A. Hitler, so it just sounds like A. Hitler did it. Like there is no incident. Yeah, that was really funny. Experts describe its artistic value as fairly minimal.
Yeah.
And that's I think it's lovely. That's all right. I would buy that, but it'd be really awkward. Oh, who's that watercolour by?
Well, you
Oh,
wouldn't
it's by
hang it.
Hitler.
By a
You
Hitler.
wouldn't hang it next to one by Churchill, would you?
What did Churchill do art?
Churchill painted
Churchill
quite
did, yeah.
Did he?
He painted quite a lot, Churchill did, yeah.
Wow.
How much are they going for then?
It is if
40
you
grand.
have got 40 grand. If you've got 40 grand spare.
I'll just compare that to how much is it O'Keefe's picture?
Oh, George O'Keefe. I love
Yeah,
him.
there's gone for 28 million. I
But
don't know if that has anything to do with the title of the piece is weed. So maybe that
it's
maybe it's
just
been
got-
like, but I didn't know this is eBay purchasing, isn't it? This is the danger.
Yeah.
More weed for 28 million
It just goes to show, if you're an artist, don't invade Poland because it's not
That's
it's not the value of your paintings.
The lessons there.
That's what affected him as an artist, wasn't it? Yeah,
Invading
it was the-
Poland.
Yeah. On the Times, page 11, always look on the bright side as the departed go out with a smile. They've put together... This is where I think the Times is starting to lose it. They've put together the top 10 songs played at a funeral.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
What's
really
in the
small-
top 3?
Inspirational.
Well, number... top. number
Let's see if we can guess. Let's see if we can guess. Come on, guys.
Fire by. I know. I've always apparently that's really popular. Fire, isn't that
What, fire?
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
like a crematorium? So I think that's Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, that's a good one. I reckon Angels.
Angels, number 7.
Countdown,
Yeah.
the countdown theme.
Yes, the right. I mean,
Yeah.
And number 4... Number 4 is the Match of the Day theme tune.
Oh my god! Talk about own goal. Like, really bad.
If we were doing themes, it would be amazing if you had the Mission Impossible theme tune.
We were like,
It'd be like, this will self-destruct in 5 minutes. Like, flames
oh my
coming
god,
up.
I want that now. I'm going to jump off a building without safety.
Now I've told you this uncle will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Number 1 is Ponty Mython's Always Look on the Bright Side of Life.
Oh,
I like that.
Bit late though, it is.
It is a bit late. Yeah.
It's a message to those left behind.
Right, just to quickly jump back to the UKIP thing. I'm going to not stop with the UKIP thing, just so you know. So Nigel
what they say.
Farage... Nigel Farage told the Today programme he was confident that there would be a sucking of teeth by some Tory MPs over the next few weeks. And then I put in, as they worked on their Christmas party Jamaican-themed cabaret act. And
I thought it was just courtesy while giving a blowjob. Like, good information.
That's a very believable line that he did there.
Thank you very much. Okay.
you know the...
It worked for Bill Clinton, so
Does anyone know the only country's capital you can say with a in your mouth? It's Kuala Lumpur. That's the only word you can say while you've got a in your mouth. Seriously, let's try.
How
it.
did you...
Dave, put it in.
You can say a lot if you did it with my willy.
It's so brilliant.
We've got Lithuania. We've got
Azerbaijan.
Although I'm really enjoying Hong Kong at the moment. That's an interesting sensation.
Hong Kong. Peking.
Right, back to the
I'm trying,
by-election.
Chris. Sorry.
Back to the Rochester and Stroud by-election.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we ever leave this?
One of the candidates, okay, who got 10%, 0.10% of the vote, right?
0.10%, 0.1%, you mean?
43%, 43.
0.1, isn't it?
Sorry,
0.1, yeah.
Too many numbers.
0.10. That's what I said.
Well, okay.
This would never fly on question time.
Can I get an edit?
It's just turned into countdown. Can I take one for the top?
Oh, it's an inverted cheap.
Yeah.
Have I just lost my Jon Snow standing?
Yeah, I
Is
think
that
you
what you're
have.
saying?
Yeah.
We're working through it. Christine Murphy's still on the
He
table.
didn't get many votes, go on.
And she didn't get many votes, right? She got 43 votes, and her name was Charlotte Rose. And do you know what her claim to fame is? In 2013, she was Britain's #1 sex worker. So we had a prostitute running for office.
Jeez.
Yeah, in not just any prostitute, the best in the country
I'm
last
surprised she
year.
didn't win, because every UKIP voter would probably be like,
Yeah.
oh.
Well, the thing that
Thanks,
gets me
Mama,
is like,
please.
I didn't realise they had an awards ceremony. It's a public voting.
I
kind of-
love that. So who votes? Is there
Yeah.
an audience? Is there an
We all
audience
get to vote. We all
We
get to
all
vote.
get-
It's a democracy.
Oh,
That's
shush.
what
I'm
it
the
is.
sex
Yeah.
vote. Okay.
Why did she win? Because she could say Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, I wanted
With the phone
to
in
be
her mouth.
round, and that's really like, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the, can you say it with a mouth round?
Like the Eurovision
Yeah.
Song Contest. Like, you know.
If she would have won, right, she would have gone down well in Westminster.
There's got to be something said about Big Ben.
You can't say anything because your mouth's too full.
No.
Not even Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, it's good.
But I my penance today was to get the Sun, and they're so modern and really forward thinking because they've done, instead of boobies, they've done a boy, and because it's all about cancer, about testicular cancer, so they've got a picture of a man with his torso out, which is exactly the same, of course, as the one with the boobs out. And they've really made a point that this Friday they're not going to have girls, they're going to make some difference. But then you look just a couple of pages along, and everything is righted with shower to the power of 3. The irony in the number, and then we've got a celebrity get me out of here with boobs. I mean, that's all they've taken a picture of. It's ridiculous.
Is there any
That is
writing
ridiculous.
underneath
I
that?
don't think there's any space. Sykes for sore eyes is the writing.
Oh my god!
Play
This
watch,
is great.
guys. Nad in the nud. I mean, if I'm going to teach year 8 this is brilliant. This is such great techniques.
Great journalism.
Do you know what? I've never seen a celebrity
I
get
don't
me
watch
out of
it.
here. I've genuinely never watched it. But
It's like
what I
Candy
like,
Crush, it's addictive.
no, what I like is they have their name and their phone number on the back of their shirts. We should all have that as a society. It'd make us a lot more
Dating
polite.
is so much easier.
Because you could just text someone, "Oi, Joe, you just cut me up. What are you doing?" Dave, you quite clearly weren't funny, and you can't read the newspaper.
And they'll be like, "Come on, Dad, But like,
Matt, he visto el número de teléfono?
This call will be recorded for training purposes.
Yeah.
I want to know, why are these training purposes?
Oh my
Hey.
days! Because it's First Direct and that's what their adverts have now. Right.
Really? I don't know.
Good above.
I don't watch TV, so there's so much I miss out. Because like the thing with I'm a Celebrity is it really annoys me because everyone always says like with the Big Brother thing, you're like, I can't believe that we're watching people that have been like trapped in a house. That's all they are, and it's like we've been watching the Royals for like 500 years. Like it's the same thing.
The royal family.
Precisely the same thing.
Just
Except we
people
don't know who
locked
doesn't
in a
watch it
house.
That's the only difference.
Okay, I do have right. So I'm going to move us on. I have some sad news.
Oh, for just sake, man.
Okay, Metro, page 2 in the corrections and
Hang on.
clarifications section.
Can we just clarify? Is page 2 found on page 2?
Yeah, this week it's at page 57.
Oh, that is
Which is
just
interesting because only 43 papers. You have to get a separate supplement.
Somebody's going up and down a train going, move that page, move that page.
Put an F there, put an F.
Come on, page 2.
Page
What's on
2, corrections and clarifications on today's Metro. People's Magazine's sexiest man alive is actually Chris Hemsworth.
No.
And not Chris Hemsworth, as stated in the Metro yesterday.
Oh, Metro. You
Come
douche.
on, Metro.
Yeah, now,
Dash.
there's also a thing underneath, and it says Chris Hemsworth. He's a little bit upset by this because yesterday he was
He
the
was the number
sexiest
one.
man in the world.
Who is Chris Hemsworth?
Chris.
4.
Who?
4.
Chris Hemsworth, that is.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth. Oh, he's a car dealer from Sheffield.
He's got a lot of white flags outside.
He's got-
Everything's tying up. Sex to serious separation. It's not what we're talking about, man.
This is our car dealer episode.
That's a really great question, though. If you were the sexiest man in the UK for a day, what would you do? I know this is a weird question for you, Joe,
Oh, no,
but
I love
what would you do if you're the sexiest man in the UK for a day?
Well, when I was,
Because I asked my mate recently, this is January Joe, I said to my mate, because I was sort of talking about it, I said, if you were a woman for a day, what would you do? Quick as a flash, his answer was, I'd hide from my girlfriend. Which I know.
That's good.
That was a great answer.
I'd see if I could say the.
Yeah. Can you take that out of your mouth?
I'd see if it's true about the Kuala Lumpur
better.
statement.
Chris, do them up, please.
I would love, you know how sometimes they have a little bit at the end of the show. I'd love it if the last bit of this show was, now try saying Lithuania. It's just like, that's it. The last bit.
I don't, but because why is it? I haven't had enough sleep, quite clearly.
I wonder where
why
that
is
was
it
going.
only for 24 hours you get to be there?
Because you would make the most of it. Like if it was for a year, you'd probably have a couple of days. You'd be like, I'm just gonna watch telly. Like, you know.
Probably have a kebab or something.
Yeah, and that you can, if you're a sexy man, you can watch telly the same as I can. So it's it's no difference.
Okay then.
If you could
You
come,
want an
if you
answer,
could
Max,
come
you got
back as something different, what would you come back as?
Definitely a flying horse. Because you've got the horse, which is beautiful, but then you can fly.
Sorry, I come back as a gibbon. So,
Is that one of those
talented.
flying? Was that one of the Wizard of Oz flying monkeys that you were doing then?
Commercial break for the new Planet of the Apes film, and then you just carry on.
I'm sorry I asked.
Oh dear.
Gibbon. So I'd be a flying horse, you'd be a gibbon. What would you be, Chris?
The seat on a girl's bike.
Oh dear.
Ooh, that is.
Is there a specific girl in mind? Because I'd would come ride a bike.
That's true. Also, so does that MP.
Thornbury.
Yeah, Thornbury. Yeah, you would not want
She
that.
had been up crying all night, hadn't she? That poor cow.
Yeah.
She's
She's been up crying, has she?
She'll be back.
But they said that Farage, just what I was saying before you went off, said that it showed that Miliband's mask had slipped. Because he'd grouped them all. I think if that was a mask, you would have let that slip. You would have like, oh, this is what I really look like. It's all even a horrible joke.
I bought this mask. It's not doing it for me as I thought it would
The
be.
bloke from Moose Alexa gave it to me, and I just have to take it off.
But the thing that really gets me about Miliband is he's got a face of something out of Wallace and Gromit, but with the personality of something that with plasticine. Like it's just like there are no like politicians that have personality nowadays.
Apart from
what, Boris Johnson?
Boris Johnson.
Oh no!
Now, pop quiz. What country? What nationality is Boris Johnson?
American.
Swedish.
He is American.
He was born in New York City.
He was born in the USA, and he's not paying tax. They're going to put him in prison.
We can only hope. What is it called?
Who's going to put him in prison?
I don't think
The
they'll put an
Americans.
orange, I'll be honest.
He doesn't fill out tax returns, which is illegal.
But you don't live there.
It
He
does
doesn't
sound a bit
have to.
stupid, to be honest.
America have a global policy on tax, so if you're an American, you have to fill out a tax return. Even
That
if you're
is
abroad.
ridiculous, isn't it? Because you have no choice over where you're born.
Well, he hasn't been born. Well, he hasn't lived there since he was 5, but apparently, and he was doing a book tour there, and he was asked about paying tax. Yeah, he
Oh
doesn't
God!
pay tax.
What a boring tour! Like, sorry, you talk about your tax returns now.
Yeah, I know you talk about yourself, but something more interesting. Tax.
Yeah, he's American.
Another son called him Bojo. So close, just missing the Z. Why?
Zed Bojo? Why would that be? good?
Bozo.
Oh,
Yeah.
You need to,
Oh, Chris, can we not spend any more time together?
I believe that's called a restraining order. Is what you need, and that's called an ASBO, which has
With a Z.
I've got a qualification.
But when he comes back as that lady's bicycle seat, you'll be fine. But no, I just what have you? Because I don't know any of Boris Johnson's policies, but
Don't
I
think
think
Boris
he's
Johnson
fun,
does.
isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. All you've got is Kensington Farage-itis.
Yeah.
You've got Farage for the rich kids. That's it.
Yeah.
Hang on, what Dave said there sums up Dave's understanding of politics.
That is yeah.
I don't know any
like
of
his
his. I don't know any of his policies, but I think he's fun in it. That's what you said.
Such a pastiche of cultural reference.
My view of politics is very much how I used to play Guess Who as a kid. It's like, no, maybe, no, glasses, wait, is that a Gillette? Keep that one. That's it. This is how it is. It's easier that way. Ignorance is bliss.
Posh Spice, the headline is Posh Spice lugs herself in with the rest of us. And basically, she got a train from London to Manchester, Posh Spice. That's news
God,
now.
she's rough at it.
And just to show she's the
Hang on,
same
did she have
as
a black pen? Was she found writing F's?
just to show she's normal like the rest of us, she got first class from London to Manchester and she hired the whole carriage.
Oh
Very-
my
same as-
God.
same as we do.
everybody, yeah.
But
How
she
much
heard.
does that cost?
You probably got a deal, be honest with you. Virgin do some great deals. Yeah.
I want to see her on a megabus and hire out the entire thing so it's still got.
Going into their toilet and trying to debate
Why does it still smell of shit?
I've dropped the Gucci in the bowl.
Why is the floor sticky?
Actually, this is genuinely true. I've told this on the train up here because I didn't get the Swiss train. Like I
I
got the
went
one.
posh styly. That's what I done.
This is genuinely true. I was sitting next to the toilets. I swear to you now, this. I was sitting next to the toilet, and people kept on going in the toilet and instantly coming out, right? and like one guy went in and went, "Oh God!" and the bowl had like backed up, it was flooding everywhere. And then I looked, and it was flooded all out of the, and it was seeping into the carpet. Horrible scene.
God.
One guy stopped the train attendant and said, "Sorry, mate, like I think the toilet's blocked." He went, "Don't worry, I've got it." Just locked the door and walked out.
I thought it was
Solutions.
and
Brought
the-
to you by
Sorted.
London Midland.
the attendant said, happens.
It's just because the self-satisfied. I've
I've
done
got
it.
this one, mate.
Like some weird poo-ridden superhero, like, you know, I've got the turds.
This has happened before.
Yeah. There we go. So I do wonder how much it will cost to buy all first class. I don't. She's done a lot of bad. Because she has she was anorexic and she doesn't talk about it in the
Really?
media, which
That's
is really,
bad,
really
isn't it?
bad. Really, really bad. But there are some lovely, lovely people, sort of Lily Allen, Meghan Trainor, doing a lot of good, but she refuses to talk about it, which makes me very, very angry because she could use her public platform to do a lot of good. But that is my
Great.
Wow.
that's one of my
Yeah.
favourite jokes of the show is that anorexia has affected Victoria Beckham, Lily Allen, and Jessie J. And I'm like, yeah, it's a big problem because it's responsible for a lot of music.
I think you'll find that Jessie J is Row. So
She's what?
Row.
Row.
She's Row.
What's rel?
Real. That's what she is.
Why do you say
I
it?
didn't mean
It's
Jessie
a
J.
seaside
Who is
sound
that?
enough.
Fun.
It's
It's Victoria Beckham, Lily Allen, and Kelly Clarkson. It's Kelly
Oh,
Clarkson.
okay.
Sorry, Kelly Clarkson.
Sorry.
Do you want to do that whole bit
Jessie
again?
J.
Nah, it's not worth it, mate, to be honest.
No.
Because I can imagine Jessie J, who is a fan of the show, listening to this show and going, hang on a second,
Hang on a second.
I haven't had bulimia.
It's not about the money.
Money?
It's not about the money.
She's from Redbridge.
Yeah. Still words to me. I don't know what that is. I still don't know what a Wigan accent is. So where's Redbridge?
It's in East London. It's where I'm from, basically.
So is she,
It's where I went to
She's a
school.
racist as well.
It's where I went to school. No, because Rochester and Stroud's in Kent. I moved. I move a lot.
Oh, okay.
I move a lot for
Hang on, what you
tax
said-
purposes.
So you moved from somewhere that wasn't racist to somewhere that was.
Yeah,
How
but
did that-
it's only been racist for 9 hours. Can I just point that out? It wasn't racist till 9 hours ago.
What do you like about the local area? I just really like that we can burn crosses here. I love wearing a hood. Yeah.
I can park my white van outside.
This is how I'm going to get rid of my Chinese black wife. This is
Yeah.
how I'm going to do it.
Set up a takeaway, but you know what you should call it?
Should I call it bits in the armour? Is that
Gaps in the armour.
Yeah, you should. In your racist county, you should set up a Chinese takeaway and only sell chips. Just really mess with their head, and then you get loads of them. Gonna get like loads of people from there going over to China and just being like, these chips aren't like I'll get back home. I know a good Chinese restaurant. I'll show you. Yeah.
Do you think in China they have like English Town? Do you think that where they have all these bad restaurants with really bad service,
Yeah.
coffee cups with no handles?
I love it. It's so English.
It's so British.
And you were like, what the hell?
What's the lager called? It's called Beat Up Your Wife Lager. It's brilliant. It's very English.
Try it. We haven't even washed the glass. Come on.
There's no handle on this.
Shall I tell you what else is on Metro, page 3, which grabbed my attention? Mick Jagger is going to spend Christmas with Jerry Hall, his ex-wife, which is nice. I think that's good.
Aww.
And they've got 4 kids together. And what should he buy her for Christmas? Any guesses?
This page,
A
this is the
Sheila.
Metro, because they
It is
just
the
filched
Metro.
articles from other crap papers, because I've got exactly the same one in mind. So I know
No,
the
but then you
answer.
should know the answer.
Well, I do know the answer, but I feel like it's unfair
What's
for
he
me
gonna
to...
buy? This is
What's he going to buy? Well, what does she want? What does
scarf
an
to hang yourself
ex-supermodel want?
I'll tell you exactly.
Nick and Jerry.
She's put in a lot of clues already, hasn't she? It
She
says
has
that.
put in a lot of clues already.
Does she say, he's getting me a new fridge freezer, I hope. I want an ice maker. I have already hinted quite a lot.
Yes, that's what you get.
You're welcome,
Oh
people.
my God.
You are welcome.
A fridge freezer.
Is that what you'd want from one of the richest musicians on the
But I
planet?
suppose you've got everything you want. It's like last year I asked them for Christmas. I said to my mom, can you get me some Vanish powder? Because that like 15 quid.
The life of a struggling comedian.
I was like, I've got loads of stains.
Dave, what do you want for Christmas? Food, Mum. I want food.
Some Vanish, please.
Can you pay my rent? I live in London.
What's really sweet is because I don't like chocolate and obviously food is a bit of an issue. I asked my mum, instead of getting chocolate, we kind of did a bit of a bargain this year. So I thought this was really sweet because I love banana chips and they are quite calorific, but they're quite good for the potassium levels. So I love banana chips and mango chips, but I asked my mum, instead of mango strips, I asked her to buy me dried melon. And that would just be nothing because obviously melon into... So she went into Holland and Barrett up and down the country asking for dried melon and they're like, that doesn't
trick on
exist.
this poor woman.
Just this like empty bag. Here's your dried melon. That's 15 quid.
She went into Holland and Barrett up and down the country. Did she use a train?
Yeah.
Just sitting there behind Victoria Metro.
Yeah.
She took a pen though. She did a lot of effing on
A
that
lot of
train.
effing on that train, poor dog.
So yeah, but yeah, really, would you fridge freezer? How much are those then?
Yeah, I think.
I can't believe she hasn't got an ice maker already. I've got friends called Kevin Dunner and they've got an ice maker.
I don't get how their name's important to
Yeah,
the.
you do. Yeah, you do.
They
They call me Thornberry.
It's
MC
just.
Thornberry.
I said I said I'd give Kevin Donner a shout. There we go.
Shout
I've
out.
fulfilled my contractual obligations to Kevin Donner.
What's this you've got?
The Times, page 20, it's been estimated the United Kingdom is now worth £7.6 trillion.
Worth?
Yeah, that's how much we're worth.
How do you add that up?
Oh, you add up all the houses and all the people's salaries
Yeah, but like we're
and
not
all of
going
our products.
This isn't a game of risk.
Somebody
Like,
buying
you know,
everything off sale.
No, Dave, that's exactly what it is, because now the Chinese can afford to buy us. Yeah, because we were worth a lot more before, but now we're not. So
that would be quite fun to be.
Don't do the chips idea, because that'll be the final thing. They're like, oh my god, they've got chips, amazing.
But you say I don't understand politics, but now I do, because I am.
in the space,
Hang on. Absolutely, it all clicks into place for Dave Chawner.
in the space of 28 minutes, Dave learns politics.
And that big clunking noise you heard was the penny dropping.
Well, no, what I mean is, I don't mean to be arrogant in that, but I played Monopoly before, and that is pretty much what we are doing. I don't mind as long as we can be the hat. That's my only prerequisite.
Oh, we're a collective then. We're all. Can we fit inside the hat? Okay, I quite like the dog.
See, the thing is, though, Joe, I'm a liberal. Matt wouldn't say that we're all in this together.
No, that's true.
He's got to go back to build his moat and his trench.
You'd swap that little Scotty dog for
Yeah.
a British bulldog.
I thought that was a pillowcase in his back. It's not. It's just a hood.
No. Matt'd give me the iron because I'm the woman and I should be like, follow my domestic duty.
Anyone who's an immigrant
You'd
gets
be
the
in the
boat.
posh
Get out! Get out! Get out of my country!
Matt'd have the big car. You'd have the hat. I'd have the iron.
I'd give the terrier to my Chinese friends because
Yeah,
they
they
eat
can
dogs.
eat
don't
it.
they?
Yeah, of course. That's brilliant.
What's left for Chris? What could you be? What else is there?
Chris passes go and gets 200 quid.
Yes.
There you go.
You can be the community chest. No, I want to be that.
Community chest.
I have a guest publication.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Da-da-da-da.
Okay, and the reason I've picked this publication, it's
Publication.
the National Newspaper of the Year.
It's the nationalist newspaper of the year.
Yeah.
It's red, white, and blue.
It is red,
UKIP
white,
supporter brought it.
Well, here's the weird thing. It is very UKIP because it's called First News, right?
Sorry,
And it's the First News. It's called the weekly newspaper for young people, right? And then there's
a
a
racist
kid.
persuasion.
There's a kid on the front, and he's holding up a sign, and it says, "We're taking
Taking
over."
I
And
thought
it's in
that was
purple.
Miliband.
Well, it's in purple, which is a.
UKIP. Oh
I
my
thought
Which
that
is
was,
a
I
UKIP
thought that
thing.
kid was
And
Miliband.
that child is
he's
Polish as well, isn't he? That's why it's got "we're taking over." It's just it's meant to kind of like. I got bored of my sentence.
You had a fly on your head. Damn. Trying to take
Your
a picture.
response was to try and take a picture.
Yeah.
He's 6.
See, like Matt is coming across to my way of politics,
Yeah.
which is I'm really angry about. Oh, there's a fly.
Anyway,
I
so it's
understand there were flecks of green and blue.
Yeah.
it's the first newspaper for young people. I stole it off of a small child, or well, it's a normal sized child, but you know.
He got you back. He wrote F on the first of your newspapers. So.
It was Erst News. Yeah, that's right. And also on page 2, and this was the beauty of using. Right, Dave, you should have read this newspaper because it was aimed at children.
And it's got staples.
I can't read.
The postmen are now on the lookout for Britain's missing people. So they failed at
That's just starting
delivering.
to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what, mate? Why are all my accents of idiots southern? I don't know, Matt. I don't know.
It's a really big game of hide and seek. There's got to have
We should try and find these people. Whoa, don't go crazy. What?
Well, no, what it is, so there's 124,000 postmen and women in Britain, and they're going to become the eyes and
Transgender.
ears. No, both genders.
Post people. Post people.
Post people.
That sounds like the people that you have
Before.
after people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, after, sorry. Yeah.
We're not the post people.
Post and pre, I always get them ops wrong.
I know.
But basically, what
I love the idea of having prequel though. That is lovely.
Prequel.
Sorry, anyway.
all sorts of people. So basically, the postmen are going to start looking out for, and women are going to start looking out for all the missing
In
because
post boxes.
Well, that's the picture, isn't it? Look, they are looking in post boxes. No missing people in here.
Has anybody looked there before? I mean, you're laughing, but
Yeah.
that sounds like a successful strategy.
That would have been the worst missing persons campaign. Like, have you checked down behind the sofa? No.
Only
No,
thin
50p.
people.
Yeah.
Posh Spice and Dave getting
Yeah.
into the post box club.
Got 50p.
I would be well happy if it was me, Kelly
Michael
Clarkson, Lily
Chandler.
Allen behind the back of a sofa. That'd be amazing, to be honest.
But effectively, what they're saying is now that the post people have got to look out for the missing people, it's like, look, you're a
Like
bit
The Walking Dead.
you're a bit crap at delivering letters. Try this.
Yeah.
And isn't that the police's job? Aren't those supposed to find the missing people?
If it's the post service, shouldn't we be assuming that they've stolen the people in the first place and just put them in
Does
their
it
own,
mean?
their own use?
Does it mean the police are now delivering letters?
Well, if anyone knows where the missing people are, shouldn't the post people? Because they have to deliver their letters.
Maybe I know where he lives. Yeah. I'm 7.
Maybe that's why zombies always have that kind of look, because they are post people and they're just looking for everyone else.
I don't know where I belong.
But I'm an optimist. I'd like to think that the people aren't missing. They're just travelling around in a blue box somewhere.
And that's the most positive version you can think of.
Yeah.
They're just travelling around in a blue box.
Yeah. That's a nice
Why is
thought.
it blue? Why a
That's
blue
a
box? Why does it
Doctor Who
matter if
reference.
it's?
It is a Doctor Who reference.
I got it though, in fairness, guys. I got it.
I thought you meant. I thought a blue box was like one of those recycling schemes. They got the brown
You
bit
don't
and the
want to be
blue
that
box.
person anymore, but Claire Smith at number 12, she would quite like a husband. Okay.
Can you go and find him one?
Oh, Mick Jagger's got the wrong idea for Christmas,
Yeah.
hasn't he? Like, there's so many more ideas than a freezer. Can I have a blue box of people, please?
Yeah. With an ice maker.
With an ice maker.
To
Posh
stick,
Spice is bringing it down first class.
no, up. She only went up. She came back down by car. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
because
they-
you couldn't get it onto the train, could you? Because she had to go up to buy it.
She'll
Yeah,
never go
yeah.
down. There's a lot of calories in spam.
Is there?
Did I just let
In
that
spin?
slip? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep
In
trying to
spinning?
say Kuala Lumpur. No, in sperm there's quite a lot of calories because it's like it's
What are you saying? Spinning?
sperm.
Sperm.
As in the
Oh, yeah.
ejaculate. Yeah, it's because it's like high. It's got high levels of glucose because obviously it has to like last quite a while because it takes about 48 hours for.
See, I hear loads of different stories about like if it's 6 calories or 200 calories or something.
It's one of your 5 a day.
And I've been having 6.
Oh, that's why I want to marry her.
Like, she'll give you 6 blowjobs a day.
Oh no, 1 per person. Sorry.
One per country. Kuala Lumpur, Hong Kong, Lithuania, they're all there. But no, because Matt's a racist,
Yeah.
he'd never do anything outside
Joe
of
Darcy's World Tour.
Kent. You trying to say Redbridge? Right.
There we go. That's postman taken care of.
Done. Have you seen this thing about breastfeeding that they're now offering women 200 sheets to use the boob?
That's a London term, isn't it? I'll give you 200 sheets, darling. Here you go.
I know. It's
Oh,
because I'm talking about.
You mean
thinking about
£200, don't you?
pounds?
Yeah.
No.
For using the boob.
Yeah. So, but no, I love that it comes in like, what was it called, that Christmas thing, like Park something. He's paid it in vouchers.
Oh, yeah!
And then the firm man bust.
That is the joke of the day. Well done. That is
When
it.
it happens, it happens. Respect, man.
On the 38th minute, he got there.
That is amazing.
I knew it was possible. This is why I don't encourage the bad, because I know the good's in there, Chris. There it was. Amazing.
That's the teacher in you talking.
Yeah. Like positive reinforcement.
Why are we having to promote the breast to mums?
Why not?
I don't
don't
think it's
understand.
promoting the breast, it's using it as a feeding method. I don't know, it's worrying, isn't it?
It is a bit worrying.
I mean,
isn't
I
it?
can't comment because I haven't got children, so
Yeah,
I've never been
ditto.
in that position, but it does seem a bit... I just say, how bad are things when you've got to start offering somebody an Argos voucher before they can use what Mother Nature gave it?
Is it like also, do you get like a choice of different vouchers?
Yeah.
Like, you can have book vouchers, no one wants
I'll use the right one for Argos, but if you want me to go left, I want HMV.
But effectively, so
it's like higher or lower, like play your cards right.
Well, certainly the right is lower for me, and I'm using that one.
So the National Health Service are saying, get your tits out, and here's some money.
Yeah, but for
But
babies.
the Sun are saying, put them away, and yeah, don't do it. Yeah, because they did
Isn't
that.
that discrimination?
It sounds like a great strip club I once went to.
I think that's for fetishes. If it wasn't producing milk at the time.
I've never been to a strip club.
You'd do a right tit, wouldn't you? And then a left tit, and then. Chris, nothing can beat yours now. It's
No,
just
that
too
was-
good. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Can I ask a serious question?
No. Go on.
Why are you standing up, Dave?
Yeah.
Because I prefer standing up. It's actually better for you as well. And if you eat standing up, it burns more calories.
If you eat standing up, it burns more calories.
Yeah, 12 more calories.
Well, as you can clearly see, I always eat
But
sitting
isn't it
down.
worse for your digestion?
No, it's actually much better.
Is it?
I used to work like before.
Hang on. I don't think the bulimic can give any
Yeah.
feedback on,
Yeah, it's true.
on
Here's my guide to
digestion.
healthy
It's a
eating.
really good point.
Don't eat.
Really good point. I once worked for an American company. This is before I quit. This is like 2 years ago now. And there was a really severe. He was a lovely guy, but really severe American. I'll never forget my second day over in the office, and he goes, "I like to do all my work standing up because you know what happens if you sit down." And I went, "No," and he went, "You die." And I was like, no irony! And he'd read a study that apparently if you sit down, you're more likely to get DVT and die. And it's like, you die. So he's
Die. Amazing.
so funny.
What happened to him?
He's
died.
dead now. It's a tragic story.
But I'm stuck.
Yeah.
You've all heard him die.
Yeah, he stood up in a helicopter and he just took his head off.
He's a helicopter pilot. Right, I think it's clear we're coming to the end of the show.
Oh.
So who'd like to be the first with their game changer?
Well, I've got a piece of
Oh
paper.
God, yes, you're well done, Chris. Yes.
Yeah, good man. Good man.
And what
So
was
the
it?
headline was, if I can find it, the headline was, man's genitals stolen during a trip to Thailand.
Well, I'd just like to point out I discussed this with Nikki, my girlfriend, and the reason they stole his genitals because he was quite well endowed, and that's what the Chinese are buying. They're trying to buy bigger penises. So she said it's okay for us to still travel to Thailand. It's quite safe.
You specifically.
That's very good.
Right, Joe, I can see you gagging.
Oh.
Kuala Lumpur.
Number 6. Move on out. Hang on, nobody got time. I've got that he'll have to remember to go to Bangkok again because it's a.
Remember? Cool.
He'll have to remember to go to Bangkok again. Oh, okay.
Dave?
Well, mine would be you've literally stolen the words out of my mouth.
Oh.
No.
It was the way that you gagged that made it worse. Thanks, you like that, and it sounded.
Well, if you will put it there, Dave. Come
Yeah.
on. What's yours, Chris?
I haven't got one.
I would say Joe.
You
It
haven't
was
got
you.
one.
It was you all along.
Well, I'm going to award the finger of fudge because that's just enough to Joe for her.
Yay! 7.
Right, so that's it. It's been done. So,
God.
it's been done. So, in the words of the famous rabbit, that's all, folks. From Joe Darcy,
Bye.
from Dave Chawner,
Bye.
Matt Wills,
Cheerio.
and from me, Chris Douglas, it's goodbye. Ta!
Bye.
Bye.